Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here we're going to give you some hints and some tips on how to pitch and pack away all of the tents from the classic collection. The tent that we're using here is the Woolflake 7, but what we show you will generally apply to all of the tents within the collection. Once your fly sheet is in position, what we're going to do is just remove the ground sheet and the poles from the bag. We'll then lay out the poles ready to assemble them. Assembling the poles is made really easy because from one side all the way through each section to the other, we have short corded them into position, so all we have to do is just slot them in. Now that the poles are assembled, we're just going to put them through the pole sleeves. Just bear in mind here that we will have some colour-coded poles and colour-coded sleeves just to make sure that you get the right one in the right place. Once all the poles are in place, what we're going to do is just peg out the back two corners of the fly sheet. Just remember here that we have our easy pegging system, so this is where we're going to use the solid steel anchor pegs. Once the back of the tent has been pegged, what we're going to do is just take the rear pole, we're going to pull that back, and then we're going to ring and pin it into position. Once the ring and pin is in place, we want to tension the straps on both sides. Now what we're going to do is just lift the tent up and then walk it forward into position where we'll peg out the front storm guy line. Now what we're going to do is take the ground sheet in and zip that into position. Once the ground sheet is zipped into place, what we're going to do is just close the front door, because then we're going to peg out the front of the tent. So as I said, we're now going to peg the front panels of this tent, and a great idea here is just to make sure that you have the tent in a straight line running down here. So just move the poles into place. Once that's done, what we're going to do is just clip the fly sheet onto the frame, and then at the bottom of each pole we're going to use our black plastic pegs to peg them into place. Once that's done, we're going to pull out all of the pegging points on the ground sheet into position and peg them in place. The final thing to do on the outside of the tent is attach our wind stabilizer systems onto the frame, and then take out our floating guy lines and peg them into position using the luminous pegs. Once the tent is set up on the outside, we just have to do the finishing details inside, where we're going to attach the sleeping compartments, the wardrobe and the hanging rails. As you can see, we have taken the poles and the ground sheet out and put them back in the second bag. We've also removed the bedrooms, the wardrobes and the storage pockets as well. And now what we're going to do is just show you how to fold this down to get it back in the bag. A good tip here is obviously just to make sure that this is as dry as possible when you're putting it away, or if you can't do that, then obviously just make sure that you get it dried as quickly as you can once you're home. So that was all of our hints and tips for pitching and packing away the tents from our classic collection. Thanks very much for watching.